If they did Survive better than what they did, I could understand the 3 endings. I do not think there's anything wrong with there being 3 endings, to be clear. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is one of my favorite games, and it has 4 endings. And those endings can have minor differences and all. What I hate is that you have to NG play. You know what you can do in Fire Emblem 3 Houses? In Fire Emblem 3 Houses, you can get all 4 routes from day 1. The second you hit New Game, you can get all 4 routes in 3 Houses. Even the Edelgard route, which is like an alternate one. But having to do one of 3 routes and then NG plus to do the actual, like, true ending, bad game design, in my eyes. I do not like it. I agree with you. I just think something good could be worked based on the original idea. The idea of doing a Digimon visual novel combined with tactics gameplay, yes. They could make something good out of that. Dang it, Patamon. But they wouldn't, not if they do anything similar to Survive. They would have to remake it from the ground up and not keep, like, they would have to, like, cut everything Survive related. And just start anew. Digibase. Yo, a Digimon game that works like Birth by Sleep where you have, like, 3 separate storylines that, like, interconnect, that'd be really cool. There need to be more games like Birth by Sleep, actually. There need to be more games where it's like 3 protagonists or even just like 2 protagonists and their storylines like intersect as you play throughout the game. I'd love more of that. They could remove the whole visual novel part. Also true. The thing about the visual novel part, because some people are going to be... I've seen people defend Survive with this exact statement, is that it's supposed to be a visual novel. It's supposed to be a lot of reading and not a lot of gameplay, etc. Here's the thing, though, is that the visual novel aspect of Time Stranger sucked. Your decisions barely actually mattered in most cases. All your decisions still led to you because of how they did the true ending and all. Still led to, like, the 2 idiots dying who died. Still led to you getting to, like, choose one of the 3 routes, and then that route is going to end the specific way that route is supposed to end, and so on. It was just, and also, the story wasn't good. The whole Kemonogami thing, and I can barely even remember it now, it's so bad. The way they did, I think someone said his name earlier, Minoru and his Falcomon, where, like, they saw one of the dudes mistreat Lopmon like crap, and then Lopmon became a Monster 8 people, and then immediately they were like, I hate my friend who I've trusted with my life this entire time now, because I saw some other dude be bad. Stuff like that, it was like, it was all awful. It was like, the story was bad, the characters sucked. Survive was just terrible. It was not a good visual novel. It's not a matter of people, it wasn't a matter of people being like, I hate visual novels. It was a matter of, like, this visual novel sucks. It was so annoying to see people say, like, you just don't like visual novels. Nah, dog, I just think that the story of Survive was hot garbage. And if you like garbage, that's okay, but that doesn't change that it's garbage. Kemonogami Survive, so true. Digivolve to Garurumon. We finally got a champion. I need a cool Digimon action figure. I would love to get a, I have a lot of, Yu Yu Hakusho and Naruto, figures. I need to get something Digimon. Alright, we got Garurumon. That's gonna help a lot. Minomon into Tentomon. Bum 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 ba bum. When do you digivolve? 22 and friendship 50. Oh, friendship 50. Can I buy a friendship up farm item? I'm sick of this friendship stuff. The reason my Digimon keep dying is because I don't get to have them attack half the time. I've never had a vital bracelet, no. I've never bought, like, the only Digimon stuff I've ever bought is video games, basically. Equipment, consumables. This game does still have farm items. Oh, you can't get farm items until you get to that second town, can you? There's like a second town with more stuff for sale, I think, now that I think about it. You know, we could use these. These would probably help. I have money. Give me 4 of them. And 4 of these. And 4 of those. Equipment. Equip weapons. Novice dagger. Equip armor. Oh, I forgot that the guard and the shield. I thought the shield was like the accessory slot. Oh, right. In this game, you don't get 3 slots. It's just the armor and the weapon. Right. My bad. I wasted a little bit of money there. It'll be fine. It's the first time I've seen you using equipment in a Digimon game. What does the world come to? You haven't been watching too many of my Digimon playthroughs, have you? I've done this in Dawn and Dusk before, and I did it in my first Lost Evolution playthrough. I usually don't jump into them this early in the game, but this low friendship thing is causing us some problems, so. 112, 85, 124, 98, 69, 126, 83, 62, 98, 85, 91, 64. I think I'd be better off with you than Patamon. Yeah, your defense is worth more than speed right now. The others are fast enough. I should save the game. Haven't done that today. Goodbye, old save file. Where did I find Biomon at? I should replace you with Biomon, because this is going to take so long for you to become Digitamamon and then degenerate. Well, Digitamamon doesn't take that long. I don't know. I don't know where I found Biomon either. Did I not find Biomon here? Digimon World 4 is a very bad Digimon game, yeah. Of all the bad Digimon games, that's the one I'm always most willing to play again, though, for some reason. Probably because it's just so simplistic. Sharp Claw. Better than that. Super Shocker. Better than that. Wasn't Biomon in Login Mountain? That's what I think, but we just walked through here and I didn't run into it again, I don't think. A rock! I don't have the bulldoze skill. I gotta go beat Clay in Gen 5. I keep finding stupid Hawkmon. You're not Biomon. Can Hawkmon degenerate into whatever becomes Biomon? Would Hawkmon work? Would it be faster than getting Digitamamon? Tentamon! Curse you, friendship! Why are you like this? The real saving grace of Digimon World 4 is that you can play it with your friends, yeah. And that's not even a saving grace, because it just means that you and your friends can make fun of how bad it is together. It's what happened when I did Digimon World 4 with friends. Does Hawkmon Degen into Biomon's in training? I don't remember. Just did a 1 hour drive. It was so boring. Most of it was just drive straight. I feel you, man. I hate driving. The sharpest of claws. The thing is, though, now that I think about it, if I stick with Hyokomon and go to Digitamamon and degenerate down, it'll really help out stat-wise. It'll give Zukaiamon a lot of a stat buff. Decisions. Vidramon. Vidramon, you say? Can't see how you did like a 6-hour drive for PopCon, which probably is mostly straightforward. It was, yeah. There were, it's like 350 miles. I think there's like one stretch of it that's like 90 miles, and then there's another stretch of it that's like 130 miles, and then there's like a section of it that's like 50 miles, or something like that. So a lot of it is just on a highway. Like at least like 70 to 80% of the drive is just on a long highway. Probably with breaks in morning time. I do not take breaks when I drive places, unless it's like longer than a PopCon drive. I drove straight to PopCon. I probably stopped to use the bathroom once. And then I stopped at a drive-thru. There's a specific Wendy's that I go by because I take the same path every single time. There's a little strip where there's a lot of gas stations and a lot of fast food places. I usually get Wendy's. And it's like halfway through my drive both ways. So I think it's like 2.5 hours in when I'm going to Indianapolis, and then like 4.5 hours on my way back from Indy. Or no, that math doesn't math. Like 3.5 hours on the way back is what I meant to say. And I'd stop at it every time. So I get that drive-through meal, and then I'll probably, probably not long after that meal, I stop to use the restroom. No stopping allowed. Relieve yourself while driving. Order ahead of time and drive through the drive-thru. Snag it out of the air. So true. There's no time to be wasted, my dudes. I would love to see more ex-ante forms in Digimon. I agree. More of them actually using them, rather. I think we have plenty of ex-ante forms. We just need them to be used more. Betamon. Can you get to Gomamon? Can you get me on the Jumbo Gamamon train? Somehow? Actually? Bum, bum, bum. Get paralyzed. Full para? Gamer. It's not hacks if you call it, chat. What do you think of the carving mechanic in this game to get other Digivolution options? I don't think they implemented it perfectly, but I think it's a neat and fun idea. I don't dislike it, but I also am not upset that I haven't seen it in any other Digimon game since. if that adds up. Yo, Garurumon, you ever wonder, like, what life would be like if you learned a new move? Digimon! Would you just get your friendship up already, bro? Look at all the fights we're winning. I thought the plate system was fine until Ultimate and Mega Plates. I think the Mega Plates can get annoying from what I remember, yeah. I definitely think that the plate mechanic got worse over time in the game, for sure. Pretty much like the game until the final side quest from what I remember. I remember there was one point in the game where, like, they jump you up to megas. There was, like, a sudden difficulty bump that I thought was pretty annoying. And then the post-game stuff is terrible. Lost Evolution's post-game is probably the worst story game post-game, I think. What the heck am I doing here? Oh, bandages. Okay, hold up. We're gonna end stream soon, but I want to see if I can get Betamon first. Oh yeah, the chain attack thing in this game sucks. I don't like the way they did the chain attack thing in this game, where, like, if you're fast, there we go, yeah, Betamon. Where if you're fast, you just get more turns, because the way they, like, yoked out the stats of in-game bosses just meant that they got, like, 4 turns in a row, and sometimes they would just kill you, and you literally couldn't do anything about it. It was very not fun. Did not enjoy. I've long been a proponent of this. I don't think it's like a Lost Evolution exclusive thing. I personally, and if you find fun in it, more power to you. I personally think that when game developers try to make turn-based games, like, really difficult, when they're like, we have to make this turn-based game, like, really challenging, normally, to me, it makes the game less fun, more than anything. Because making a turn-based game hard normally means there's not much you can do to make a turn-based game hard, other than just yoking out the stats of the opponent and giving the opponent more turns than you. Which, to me, is not fun. It's frustrating, and at times, just straight up boring. Whereas in real-time action games, which, to be perfectly fair, I like real-time action way more than I like turn-based. It's, like, making enemies more difficult and more health and all, you can get around it just by, like, playing better, timing stuff better, etc. There's not really much you can do to do better in a turn-based game other than look up a strategy guide that says use these specific moves in this order, which I don't find fun. The main thing is that when you're up against a really tough boss in a turn-based game, it becomes formulaic at a certain point, right? In real-time games, like we're doing the KH3 data fights right now on the channel, you have to, like, learn patterns, you have to block specific patterns, sometimes the enemy changes up its pattern a little bit, and you have to react to it, you have to use different attacks for different enemies, stuff like that. There's stuff you can learn and do better with and whatnot, and to me, that's fun, even with difficulty. In turn-based games, it just becomes like, hey, dude, there's, like, a mathematically correct way to, like, click, like, this turn you guard, this turn you click fire move, this turn you click heal move, this turn you hit, charge move, this turn you guard, this turn you hit move after charging, etc. So on and so forth. And to me, that just becomes really dull and boring. That just gets really, really boring to me very, very fast. And then when they make the opponent really strong, normally you're down to, like, luck, right? Does the enemy attack the specific one of your dudes that they can one-shot? Does the enemy use the specific move that one-shots you? Did the enemy get, like, a critical hit? Did you get a critical hit? Etc. And I hate that. I hate that a lot. So, that is, not fun for me. I think the games that, do it way better are games that mix in a little bit of real-time, like Sea of Stars and Expedition 33, where it's not just like what I described. But anyways, you know, some people really enjoy that aspect of turn-based gameplay, mainly people who like SMT games, and, you know, more power to you. I'm glad you like it. I find it very boring, though. So, anyways, that is all for today. Great first stream, back to Lost Evolution. We're on track for 4 of the megas that we want, and we need to find the stuff we need for 2 others. Good stuff, good stuff. For those of you watching the videos after the fact, check the link in the description to my channels and whatnot, and my Discord and all. Love to see you there. Hope you're enjoying the new Digimon playthrough. It's good to be playing a good Digimon game again. We're going to get this playthrough in the books before Time Stranger, and then maybe I can squeeze in one more short Digimon game before Time Stranger. We'll see. But, yeah, great stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Till then, farewell.